Now, having opened its doors 14 years ago, the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust has been empowering farmers to small and medium enterprises through its financial services. Now, today on the show, we'll show you how these very same funds are trickling down to smallholders and some of the beneficiaries who've been involved all along. Welcome to another episode of Rescue My Business from right here in our capital city. I'm Shiko Kaitani. The MESPT business development model is centered on a three-tier system that includes farmers, processors, and financial institutions. It describes the relationship that MESPT has with each of them, ranging from market linkage, capacity building, and loans for onward lending. MESPT was established in the year 2003 purposefully to address, among others, the gap in affordable lending and spur economic growth. Its operations began by offering wholesale loans to financial organizations such as microfinance institutions, savings and credit cooperative societies, and financial service associations for onward lending to micro enterprises.
It takes just a government intervention and consistent targeted intervention to have a successful agriculture sector. We are competing with countries which are endowed with resources from government, and so our produce becomes less competitive because our government is not able to subsidize inputs for these farmers. So they can't compete effectively in global and regional markets. The other challenge is that we also have farmers who are desperate to be reached out with information, with services, but MESPT is constrained of resources to be able to reach out to everyone. I really appreciate our donor, the Danish Embassy, because for the last 12 years, they have been giving us funds to support farmers. And they have been very generous with us, and this far we have come because of them.
Since inception, Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust has developed a niche in supporting the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises by providing integrated business solutions for sustainable development. Over time, the trust has cumulatively disbursed 4 billion Kenya shillings in micro, small, and medium enterprise loans, and over 20,000 enterprises have gained access to MESPT programs, products, and services.
Our financial products are wide and custom-made to meet the financial institution needs. You'll find we are not a microfinance institution, but we lend to these financial institutions. How do we do it differently? We do value addition in terms of assisting these financial institutions in developing products that are in tandem with the expectation of the market. We also assist them in coming up with a strategic plan so that it can be able to assist them meet the objectives over a period of time. We also work with these institutions to train them so that it can enhance their operations. In addition to that, we assist them to acquire MIS system. Those are the management information systems to ensure efficiency as they dispense their duties. We also work with these institutions to ensure that they are able to mitigate on their risks, because the lending business has its own financial risk, business risk, market risk, so they're able to understand them and incorporate them in their way of doing business.
The financial services at MESPT therefore supports the development of the financial sector through the provision of the following products and services: general microfinance loans, value chain loans, green technology loans, and capacity building services for financial institutions. MESPT supports financial institutions by lending them money for on-lending to micro-enterprises with borrowed needs. Such institutions include microfinance institutions and banks, NGOs with a lending arm, credit-only organizations, and saccos.
We are unique wholesale lenders whose mandate is to fill in the gaps in the traditional, or basically what is known as the conventional financial lending. That means the way we do our lending is not more of a commercial basis, but to have an impact on the financial institutions we deal in, so that it translates to both social and economic impact on the people they lend to.
Today, we focus on 3 beneficiaries that include BMAS Microfinance Limited, Kwetu Sacco, and Universal Trader Sacco, who all spread across the country. MESPT has been working with these 3 financial institutions for more than a decade now and has seen them transform tremendously in terms of their portfolios. Key areas of intervention include support in the development of their management information systems, MIS, offering trainings in credit and corporate governance, which has seen an improvement in their portfolio, risk and product development, which has seen them accelerate their intervention in agriculture and green financing for their clients. BMAS Microfinance, located in Embu, was started as a program under Plan International. They soon started registering growth they had not anticipated, and in the initial stages had a share of many other challenges. Struggling with lack of sufficient funds to loan their ever-growing client base became a nightmare for which they sought a lasting solution.
At the time we met MESPT, about 5 years ago, we were at a crisis. It's a point where you get and you have so many loans and people have grown and they're demanding services from you, and we somehow could not be able to meet the demand that was there. And that is the time we approached MESPT 5 years ago, and they came in with a loan of 50 million Kenya shillings. I always say that that was a God's blessing, because it is from there we started to see BMAS grow and build into the big institution it has become.
BMAS then approached MESPT for funding, and this became their turning point. A relationship was born, and it saw BMAS not only get financial support but technical support. The introduction of MIS was a great milestone, since they were able to connect the operations of the branch network from a centralized operation in Embu, which had previously proved time-consuming.
When this institution was started, members used to take a loan of a maximum of 5,000 Kenya shillings. And a maximum of 5,000 Kenya shillings which you are to pay within a period of 1 year. Today, some of those members who have stayed on are taking loans worth 500,000, 1 million, and we even have a very special case of a lady who took a loan of 5 million. And these are people who are now able to service a loan of 5 million within a period of 2 years. Even those that are employed like me, we might not even be able to pay loans in that shorter period. And I can tell you that the impact is there for you to see.
Through this business relationship with MESPT, BMAS has gained a lot in terms of trainings, such as corporate governance for their board of directors and building capacity of their staff and their operations. Today, they boast of having grown to 24 branches and 33 satellite offices in 17 counties, serving an average of 35,000 customers, mainly in rural areas. The microfinance has also rolled out various product offerings that are greatly impacting their members. More coming in part 2 of our show. Stay tuned.
I have known BMAS for over 10 years. BMAS, for them to finance a person, they are not complicated, and maybe that's why we have preferred them to other institutions, because you simply go in and within a week you are funded. so long as they are satisfied that you have all the conditions they require, within a week you are funded. We have had a very nice relationship with them, and I'm well funded. I've picked loans from them. Yeah, and I'm now in a level, they say it's a high level.
John Joroge, a client of Bimas Microfinance, has been practicing mixed farming at Mutatari, approximately 5 kilometers from Embu town. His pride lies in his dairy farming, which has enabled him to acquire a big biogas plant for his home use, and he's also able to practice organic farming.
Biogas it has made our life very comfortable, in that you can cook any hour. If you want to boil in water, anything that we need to do, we do it through this.
Bimas has also partnered with MESPT in Natural Resource Management Programs, NRM, a project that has helped farmers acquire environmental-friendly technologies like water pumps and solar products that ensure sustainable and comfortable living. Some of their loans may look small, but they have a huge impact on their clients, like Janet Kavindu, a beneficiary of a solar loan that has helped her power her home at no additional monthly costs.
ITV kwa hapa nyuma yangu inanisaidianga sana. Hata kama sijawakisha taa, nikiwakisha hiyo TV inawaka mzuri. Hata inatosha taa ya nyumba yangu. Na iko na hiyo kama nje tuliweka hiyo, kama kuna kitu imepita usiku unaona inawaka. Kwa hivyo inatusaidia sana, hata inanisaidia kuchunga boma yangu. Tangu nifunge na niweke na nianze kuitumia, hakuna kitu nililipa.
Bimas has been able to cast its net wide and grown its business, all thanks to MESPT partnership. Another financial institution that prides her association with MESPT is UTS Sacco, started in Machakos town, but has grown her branch network to 6 branches and 5 field offices. Their journey has been that of humble beginnings, and they can attest their tremendous growth to working in partnership with MESPT. Through this strong business relationship, the SACCO has seen the growth of its membership, and there has been absolute support from micro-enterprise units.
I can say with the partnership of MESPT, actually until 2008, Universal Trader SACCO was offering business loans, actually 3 of them in business lines. But through the partnership, we were able now to start agribusiness through the agricultural value chain financing. And the first actually loans was on mango farming activities, where we, through like a feasibility study, which was done in support of financing of MESPT, we were able now to cut a niche within the mango or the agricultural value chains and be able now to start recruiting members on mango farming. And I remember the first batch of members who were recruited during that period when we were doing the feasibility or piloting of that product was around 1,200 members in Makueni area and partly in Machakos.
UTS CEO notes that many of their clients' lives have been transformed, and even the low-income earners have grown their earnings significantly. The SACCO, in its initial stages, had limited funds, owing to financial demands from members. MESPT came in handy to bridge the gap between the saving pool and credit demand.
One of the reasons why UTS went looking for MESPT was to try to see how can we get a fund which will help us retain these members within UTS. And I understand that time they were able to get a credit facility which enabled UTS to increase their loan limit from 1 million to around 3 million.
Through the partnership of the two, the sacco has transformed to working professionally and has diversified its product offerings from business loans to other products such as agribusiness loans, green financing, among many others. Peter Mwaka, a fruit farmer in Wote Town. He had little to show for his farming for lack of water, but through MESPT intervention, he was introduced to UTS Sacco, who financed him to acquire irrigation systems for his fruit farm.
This is where I normally pump water into from the borehole. When the tanks are full, I let the water go down to the garden through this pipe to this filter down to the shamba.
Kwetu Sacco is also a beneficiary of MESPT. This started as Taita Taveta Teacher Sacco in Wundanyi that could only serve and benefit teachers. The society's leadership, however, saw the need to expand, and as a result, they have undergone a series of transformational phases which came with many challenges. Opening doors to the members of the public and establishment of the microcredit department in 2003 was the much-needed change, but meeting the demands of the new client base was a puzzle. They struggled with this until a well-drafted idea of financial support was fronted to them by MESPT. MESPT needed to support smallholder farmers in the region, most of which were unbanked. The farmers found a haven through the sacco, and many of them opened accounts and got access to credit. The sacco, in turn, now registered, increased its portfolio.
Back in 2008, we used to have a portfolio of savings mobilized of around 2 to 3 million. But currently, we are reporting a total savings mobilized of around 20 to 30 million. And all this is because of MESPT.
The farmers at Kwetu Sacco have also enjoyed trainings organized by MESPT through Kwetu Sacco in conjunction with relevant ministries. The Sacco has also benefited from product development services that they successfully reviewed some of their products such as Biashara and Kilimo products that suit the members. The installation of an MIS system courtesy of MESPT has seen their operations become more efficient and effective.
There are so many successful stories which we have realized through the partnership of MESPT, whereby people have moved from low-income activities to high-income activities. Whereby we have a story whereby a farmer used to get a loan at a maximum of 5,000, but today is currently getting a loan at a maximum of 500, and some are getting even up to $1 million.
The financial services at MESPT continues to expand, creating more products and services that are custom-made to suit more financial institutions' needs. Their mission is to help establish strong and massive portfolios for financial institutions at affordable rates. This is so that the individuals or groups of smallholder farmers and households being served by them can access credit readily and affordably, and as a result, will be able to uplift their socio-economic status. With partnerships with MESPT, the saccos and microfinance institutions have been able to reach and lend to so many micro, small, and medium enterprises, creating a greater pool of an empowered society.
My parting shot to the viewers outside there is to make a call to financial institution that MESPT is the partner of choice, is a reputable institution with a positive track record.
MESPT MESPT continues to broaden its financial services and looks forward to forming partnerships in days to come. Now, if you're part of a financial institution watching this, or you simply want to know more about the financial services offered at MESPT, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. And we promise our products and services won't disappoint. Our numbers are on your screen, and so is our Facebook page. Thanks for watching. I'm Shiko Kaitani.